good afternoon, guys. And it's absolutely amazing to be with you again from Health with Sveta. I have an amazing guest today. I'm so excited because I have an amazing Lisa Barnes, who is the Chief Science Officer and Vice President of Research of Development in LifeVantage. And as many of you probably know, and if you don't know, I happen to stick with this company since 2013, and I'm sticking with this company through thick and thin. And I absolutely love what we do and geeking out on research and development. So today is an amazing podcast. Obviously, if you don't know me, I am a water fanatic, because I think that water is so important for our survival, for our everyday living. That's why I think it will be so important for you guys to listen to Lisa and to some amazing new developments in LifeVantage. However, I will start. As a physician, let me get you some facts. So guys, our body is basically total body water in the body is 60% of our body weight. So about 14 liters in a 70 kilogram man. Now, so when you start thinking of, as I said, it's 60%, and then the water is in the extracellular component, so like the space in between cells, in the cells, or in our bloodstream. So in between cells and in the bloodstream, it's about 60% of it, and 40% in the cells. Now, another number. Well, guys, 70% of our brain is water and a lot of fat. So the thing is, sometimes do you catch yourself? Because I do. I'm a very lousy water drinker. It's like I don't like to drink just water because I like my water to taste good. But I'm also very conscientious on my hydration. So sometimes I slip down and I don't drink enough. And all of a sudden I catch myself, why do I have a headache? What is different today from yesterday? Why all of a sudden I'm developing headaches? Till I see that I have 2 bottles by 1 liter. That's my daily volume, which is filled with amazing products to which Lisa Barnes is going to elaborate. So if I don't finish my 2 liters, or at least 1800 cc's or 1900 cc's, and I don't do it maybe for a couple of days, my brain feels it. Now, and so we talk about 70% in the brain. Now, guys, out of this 40% in the cells, actually in the cell itself, the liquid composition is 60%, and the solid composition is 40%. So 60% inside the cells is a water. And then, so what is water? So what is H2O? H2O is H2O. Why Lisa is so important today? Well, because, there are so many notions on alkaline water and acidic water and this and that and that. So basically, water is water. It's neutral. However, it's a physical composition, so it has geometrical structure. And this is very important. So that's when the ionizers, they come on board, because they make the water molecules exactly the way the nature intended them. So when we start thinking of alkaline water, mineral water, what is it? It's the water, which it doesn't have pH. But that's the water that contains microelements. So it depends whether it's microelements or garbage in the water, which is tied up with a water molecule. So when you start, that's why, let's say, the water from the mountain source, from the beautiful springs and stuff, Yes, it is alkaline water. Why? Well, because it has microelements in it. It has potassium and sodium and magnesium and some other stuff. And that's your pluses and pluses and pluses and pluses that makes it alkaline. And then, and then for the same thing, acidic water is something that maybe with something that we don't know, some elements that are actually contributing to the concept that is called oxidative stress or free radical damage. So now, okay, fine. Should we start drinking alkaline water? That's another concept. And it actually doesn't work. Your cells need to be alkaline inside the cell. So that's how you need to address all these issues. And that per se where Lisa is going to talk about. Now, before I do that, I am crazy, and I mean crazy, about cleanliness of the water. And then it depends on your wallet. I will be very, very honest with you. There are amazing water filters. There are amazing filtration systems. And there are cheap water filtration system. Again, it's what you can afford. That's how much attention you actually pay to your health. So let me open something. So I just thank you, ChatGPT. Thank you, AI. It gives me amazing stuff on tap water quality. So what do we have to be aware of? Well, municipal water is disinfected. It often contains chlorine. It's disinfected with chlorine. So, I mean, it's good to kill the bacteria. It's not particularly great for your oxidative stress. Common contaminants include heavy metals, pesticides, agricultural runoff, industrial chemicals like PFAS, some old pipes lead concerns. So these kind of things we need to be aware, and we need to pay attention to the cleanliness of the water. And guys, that's about it, what I wanted to bring up, because today is all about Lisa Barnes and what I would like her to talk to us, because I'm not so versed about something that is called Axial Hydrate. And as you hear, it's hydrate and Axial X. What is it for our hydration? What is it for our mineralization? What is it for our overall health? And this is so important just because before we started the podcast, I had 30 minutes. What did I do? I went to the gym. So I need to hydrate myself. Guys, hit the gym. So thank you, Lisa. I'm honored to host you. Thank you so much. Take it off.
So excited. Hello, everyone. And today we just get to talk about two really interesting products that support exactly what Sveta was talking about. We are horrible at hydrating our bodies. We are constantly doing things. We constantly are putting things in our bodies, but we're not always thinking about the quality of what we're putting in our bodies. I think there is a tendency within the world we live in for people to make very poor choices about what they're putting in their bodies and then be like, oh, maybe I can take one product and it can erase all of these effects. It's like a magic pill. That is not how you have a healthy life and a healthy body. It is all about all of these choices you make. Like Sveta was talking about, it's from the quality of the water. It's from the quantity of the water. And then it's also coming down to what are the other ingredients you combine with your water to be able to help your body be healthy right at the root. Because your body is an amazing thing. It's an amazing combination of systems that work all together. But, and Sveta said the word earlier, we face stresses constantly, oxidative stress by what we drink, by what we eat, by how we move, by the world we live in. And they throw all of our bodies out of balance and out of sync.
Lisa, if I may interrupt you just for a second, just refresh the listeners, oxidative stress.
Yeah. So with oxidative stress, you have free radicals that are generated, they come from many different sources. They come from your food, your water, your environment. They come from breathing. They come from exercise. And they are coming in your body and they can cause damage throughout your body. But your body, being amazing, has systems, protective systems called antioxidants that can neutralize those free radicals and keep them from wreaking havoc throughout your body. Now, if your body was perfectly balanced and you lived in a perfectly balanced world, you would have enough antioxidants or more antioxidants for all the free radicals that you face. We don't have that luxury. As we age, as we live in this world, our amount of protective antioxidants that are guarding us against the effects of free radicals are going down while the free radicals are going up. So the scales are being weighed in the wrong direction, and we are seeing damage at the cellular level. And if you think of cells make up organs and tissues and systems in a healthy body. So if you have a cell that is damaged, it is going to cascade up to an unhealthy body. You are having the very source of your different tissues not functioning efficiently. And so the beauty is your body can make these antioxidants. And if you can, there's wonderful product of Protandim NRF2 that if you take, you make your own antioxidants so that you are able to tip those balances more in your favor. So that's going to be the place you should start regardless, because that's going to give you those healthier cells that are able to then make your whole body work better. But like I said, it's not about one thing. It's about all of the different decisions you are making throughout your life. Now, as Sveta was talking about, we do not drink enough water. We are constantly moving I was reading a stat like 70% of people are dehydrated and they don't even know it, because people are moving their bodies, they're working out, they're trying to stay healthy, they're maybe drinking water, but they're still feeling and reporting fatigue, brain fog, slower recovery. Yeah, Sveta's raising her hand.
Yeah, I know that and then combining to what you're going to talk later. So 70% are dehydrated and 70% are magnesium deficient.
Yes.
And that's what you're going to talk about. Yeah.
Yes, because it's so much more important than just water. There's all of the things within the water that Sveta was hinting at earlier that are so important, because hydration isn't just about fluid intake. Hydration is about fluid balance, electrolyte status, and cellular function. And so most times when people are feeling all these symptoms of fatigue, brain fog, slower recovery, it's not really maybe a training issue or even a nutrition issue. At first glance, it's more of a hydration insufficiency issue. And it's largely driven by electrolyte depletion. So every time you sweat, you exercise, you have heat exposure, even chronic stress, you're losing sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, and those losses are rarely being replaced properly. And so that can create a dilemma, because when you only replace fluids without restoring those electrolytes, you dilute extracellular balance. So you get hydration that becomes less effective at the cellular level, which exactly what Sveta was talking about. So that's where you start to see the symptoms, even in mild dehydration, because we think that these symptoms come when you're just dying of thirst. No, even mild dehydration, you're starting to get fatigue, cognitive slowdown, muscle dysfunction, and delayed recovery. So if you're going to be going to the gym, you have a job, you have life that you need to live, you don't have time for things to slow down. You don't have time for your brain to not be working as fast as it should. Like Sveta works in medicine and research. I work in research. I need my brain to be functioning at all cylinders constantly, because I am balancing 100 million things at once. There's no time for slowdown, so I need to make sure that I have the right things in my body to be able to function the way I need to at the cellular level.
Let's take a quick break to talk about some tangible steps you can take right now towards true health and happiness. My life's purpose is to empower you to seize control of your life, especially when it comes to wellness. But every person's needs are unique, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. That's why we're launching a brand new initiative. Now, you can book one-on-one call with me, Dr. Sveta Silverman. Please do. Together, we'll talk about your history, your health history, how you feel, how can you improve on your health, the goals. I'll use that information to help you to plan a custom approach full of recommendation that I learned not only from my medical career, but from my personal journey. Let's unlock the secrets of happier, healthier you. Visit healthwithsveta.com/contact to book your free 30 minutes conversation and call with me. Now back to the episode.
If hydration isn't optimized, you're actually limiting quite a few things. Some things that actually help with recovery. So thinking of the other side of exercise, because recovery from any sort of exercise is fundamentally dependent on fluid balance, nutrient transport, and cellular repair processes. And if you don't have that optimized hydration, you're limiting all three of those because you're impairing how nutrients are delivered, how waste products are cleared, and how efficiently tissues recover. So that's why people feel like they're actually accumulating fatigue instead of adapting to training or being able to grow in their ability to exercise. So they're kind of staying in a net stress state instead of moving into recovery. So if you're looking at hydration, it's about fluid plus electrolyte balance plus absorption and utilization. It has to be all of those pieces. And the last piece, utilization, is where most hydration solutions fall short, because they're not helping your body be able to use them. Now, with that kind of background, I'm going to talk about two different things. And they're two products that work together really well. First is Axial X, which is a product that is perfect for a pre-workout and helping to be able to fuel your body and give you energy right at the cellular source. And that is Axial X. And then it has its beautiful partner of Axial Hydrate, which does exactly that, hydrate, but there's a lot of specifics that make it so important. So with Axial X, the person that this is for is those people who are really seeking to maximize their physical performance and stamina. It may be sports, it may be exercise, it may be in the boardroom, it may be whatever you need the energy for, this will help provide it. Now, in the LifeVantage portfolio, there are other products that have the name Axial. They are different. The reason they are different is because they are brain food. They are nootropics. They are helping your body, your brain, be able to create more neurotransmitters and make all of those connections. Brain food. Axial X is separate. Axial X is about that physical energy and helping you be able to go into your workout more prepared and able to work out more efficiently. So with the Axial X, specifically, some of the key benefits of it are that it enhances oxygen uptake, stamina, and recovery. It's going to give you that smooth, long-lasting energy without the crash, steady energy and stress resilience, because there's some nice adaptogens in there, and then fueling cellular energy production via the microbiome. And so that's kind of an interesting piece as well, because the gut is connected to everything. The microbiome is connected to everything. That's why there's so many axes connecting the gut to different organs and how they communicate. You get that cellular energy production fueling via the microbiome. And why is it so important to have that enhanced oxygen uptake? Well, when you're exercising, your body's demand for oxygen increases significantly. So that's because oxygen is essential for aerobic metabolism. So it's the process that your body uses to produce ATP, which is your cell's main energy currency. The more efficiently your body can take in, transport, and use oxygen, the more energy you can produce over a sustained period of time. That's where like VO2 max and some of those concepts come in. Generally speaking, the higher your VO2 max is, the better your endurance and overall cardiovascular fitness. So if you're increasing oxygen intake and utilization, you are improving your endurance. Because when your body is efficient at using oxygen, you're going to rely more on your aerobic energy systems, which are more sustainable than your anaerobic ones. So that means you can go longer before the fatigue is going to set in. Second, you're going to have better energy production. So oxygen is going to allow your body to fully break down nutrients like carbohydrates and fats into usable energy. Without enough oxygen, your body shifts towards anaerobic metabolism, which is less efficient and leads to quicker buildup of byproducts like lactate, which you then feel. And then third, delay. Oh, raise your hand, my friend.
So that's obviously quite unique. So I'm sure you probably will elaborate. How does it do that? How does it, through what kind of things does it improve that oxygen, basically utilization, not consumption, because we breathe it, but actually utilization?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll talk specifically about how the ingredient itself, like which ingredient does it. And kind of the third way it works through is delaying fatigue. So if you have better oxygen delivery to your muscles and all of that, you're going to reduce burning sensation, exhaustion that hits during intense exercise. So you're improving your body's ability to keep going at a higher output. So that's going to help you recover better, and it's going to help you have better cardiovascular efficiency as well. And so let's go back into some of the ingredients specifically, and let's talk about how they work and what makes it unique. So with Axial X, we have a combination of a lot of cool ingredients. So first is just, this does have caffeine in it because it is a pre-workout. You want that energy, but it is a natural source of caffeine. So it's guarana, it's yerba mate that'll give 250 milligrams of natural caffeine. But what's important is that is combined with an L-theanine, and which will help to kind of keep that from peaking and like spiking and then dropping, and then you have those spikes and crashes of energy, which is incredibly important. You want steady energy. You don't want jittery energy. You
And
don't want,
it's not going to make you tachycardic. It's not going to make
exactly.
you.
We want none of that.
Yeah.
We want none of that. We want it all to be able to be steady energy that actually is helpful to you, not going to cause you to have a panic attack or freak out because you're tachycardic. Then it has a combination with rhodiola as well, which supports steady energy and stress resilience adaptogen. And it was so funny. I was just explaining to our interim CEO at LifeVantage yesterday what adaptogens were because he heard the word for the first time. And if you don't know what adaptogens are, they are incredibly interesting plants that tend to grow in very extreme environments, high salt, high heat, low heat, so very high cold. And what they do is because they thrive in these really extreme environments, they've created protective mechanisms to help them thrive in those crazy environments. And if you take those plants and you get the right form of them and you put them in your products in the right amounts, combination correct, you are able to impart those benefits onto yourself, which gives you that stress resilience, which tends to increase your calm, bring down the crazy, helps to make you more balanced because you're able to be more resilient to stress. Yes.
So important. Adaptogens, the keys for the flight and fight response, and sustain that, that adrenal functioning, and actually helps you to be calm and,
Exactly. And then that, continuing along that theme of adaptogens, that's actually where your enhanced oxygen uptake comes from, is from some specific adaptogenic mushrooms. So we have cordyceps in there and we have reishi. And those two combined are what help your body be able to have increased and enhanced oxygen uptake. And that helps improve stamina and recovery. So you're being able to soak up all of these benefits from these different plants and different fungi that have been able to thrive, and you get to have those benefits imparted onto you. Yes, jump in.
But it's not just oxygen, guys. If we're talking cordyceps and reishi, they're immunogenic. They're amazing. These are superfoods. Those shrooms are absolutely amazing for immune system.
They are fantastic. And so I absolutely even before I came to LifeVantage, I've always been fascinated by these particular mushrooms because they have so many different benefits, and they're constantly, like you were saying, immunity. They're connected with so many different things. Now, one of the big things is with the oxygen utilization, but there's recovery, immune support, stress regulation, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, like all of these different things that these plants are known for. And then there's also hey, help improve some sleep quality, help some long-term, there's lots of benefits from these that are beyond just this format. And I think that's what's beautiful about this product is there's a focus on helping you work out better and being able to recover better and get the most out of it. But that's not where the benefits stop. the benefits are going to continue to increase even outside of the workout because you're putting these fantastic natural ingredients into your body, and they're going to impart those benefits on you. And there's just a really nice complementary nature to these two mushrooms, because one really helps you perform and the other really helps you recover and adapt. So you're being able to like really reap the benefits of both even better, because there's some nice synergies between the two of them. Along with these adaptogenic mushrooms and the theanine and the rhodiola and the different natural sources of caffeine, there's a complete B vitamin complex. So you're getting some, and all of the B vitamins are either methylated or phosphorylated, whatever they need to be, the correct form to be able to be taken up by the body. They are in that form. So if you have any sort of different mutations or anything on the genetic level, you don't need to worry about that. We have made it easier for your body to be able to take up these B vitamins, and it'll help. They're important cofactors for a lot of the reactions to be able to create energy at the cellular level. So by helping to provide those key cofactors, you're helping to fuel those reactions and also give yourself more energy. And then the probiotic blend itself helps to promote that microbiome diversity, and you're going to get some postbiotic production that's going to fuel cellular energy. So a very holistic approach to energy being able to go into this product. Now that's just one half. It's one product, Axial X, but the other thing, going back to what we talked about at the beginning, is hydration. So the second product that has launched in the Axial line recently was Axial Hydrate. Now, Axial Hydrate is really interesting to me because it does go beyond just hydration to recovery as well. So it has a nice pairing with X in that way. It was designed to optimize hydration, fuel your active lifestyle, and elevate daily performance. Those are our nice marketing terms. But I think what makes this more interesting are the benefits and how it works, and then the specific ingredients. So the benefits: quick and efficient hydration. You're like, that's nice, but how? We'll get there. Supporting muscle performance and reaction time, reducing fatigue, and supporting balanced pH levels. Has a nice B vitamin blend as well to help fuel those reactions. But I'm going to go into the ingredients. So first we have the electrolytes. We have sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. Nice blend. Some of the blends that we see nowadays lean very heavily on specific elements just to make there be some differentiation, but they don't stick to a nice array of them, realizing that we tend to be deficient in a lot of the different ones. So this has a nice blend of all of them to help restore that electrolyte balance.
And here comes your alkalinization.
Correct. And so we have that nice blend. Now, a lot of other products would stop there. There's your product. It's cheap. It's some different electrolytes and water, done. But we wanted this to be more. So then we move into, there's rosehip in there. Now that's rich in vitamin C, and that's going to help combat that exercise-induced oxidative stress. Now that's an antioxidant that you're taking, so it's a nice pair. But I still want to go back to what I said earlier. There's a fantastic product that will help your body create its own antioxidants that you should pair with this, which is protandim or F2. Because what the antioxidants that your body is going to produce are going to be more powerful than supplements you can take. So you should empower your body in that way. And
probably the collagen peptides with the vitamin C.
Peptides too for recovery.
Collagen peptides with vitamin C.
Beauty of the LifeVantage portfolio is that everything works together in harmony. There's not things combating each other. They build beautifully together. And this is another piece of that puzzle. So then you have that rosehip. Then you have tart cherry extract. So that's going to help, as studies that have shown that it helps improve recovery time and support overall performance. There's glycine in there, which is an amino acid that helps support those hydration pathways, and it also helps with better sleep as well. So there's a nice little positive, and Sveta has a nice fact for us.
And what is glycine, guys? Glycine is one of those tripeptides for something that is critically important for our body, which is called glutathione, aka the master antioxidant of the cell or of the body. And NRF2 is going to help to make more glutathione, but you need the precursors. So you have the glycine, but you cannot do anything in the dry cells. Welcome to hydration.
Exactly. once again, it's why there's never one magic pill that solves health, because your body and all the systems are so complicated and have so many different requirements to be able to run efficiently that you need to be able to support all of these different pathways. But it's so fun when you get to see how they all fit together and support each other and make each other work better. We're putting all of our fingers together because all of the puzzle pieces are coming together to create this beautiful picture of health. And then the last thing that I love about this is that we also have 74 trace minerals that act synergistically with calcium and magnesium to enhance the bioactivity and the bioavailability, something that's super unique. So not only are you getting these electrolytes, you are having something that's coming alongside of them, trace minerals. And if you were a fly on the wall with my R&D team while we talk about things, one of my R&D scientists, Rob, he loves trace minerals. He talks about them all the time. He loves other ingredients, but trace minerals are one of his favorites because of how powerful they can be to supporting the systems of the body and what a difference they can make. And I love that we have these included in there to enhance the benefits of the electrolytes that we've included. And so that's why we say that Axial Hydrate's more than electrolytes, because it's the recovery, because you have the tart cherry, the rosehip, the glycine, the trace minerals, they're all going to help the body recover more efficiently after exercise. So that's beautiful in and of itself. You're going to enhance that bioactivity and bioavailability of the electrolytes with those trace minerals. Positive again, we're making the most out of what we're putting in our body. And then there's also some nice there's a postbiotic in there, a kiwi ferment that will help support gut as well. So you got to get a nice little surprise in there, which is great because once again, everything is so connected. So with these two products, with X, you are fueling your body. You are helping to increase that oxygen. You are helping to be able to make your body more efficient at exercise, get the most out of it. Then with your hydrate, no dry cells, no dehydrated body. You are not only just which you should put this in good quality water, as Sveta mentioned, but you're not just getting the benefits of water. You are getting the benefits of amino acid. Like you're the building block of glutathione. You're getting the benefits of other antioxidants. You're getting the benefits of trace minerals. You're getting the benefits of other ingredients that are supporting your cells and your body so that you're not only hydrated, you're performing better, and you're taking advantage of all this liquid you're putting in your body, because we're not good at putting liquid in our bodies. So when we put liquid in our bodies, we need to be smart about what's in it and get the most bang for our buck and make sure that we are giving our body what it needs to be able to thrive. Because if we have dry cells, if we don't have the right building blocks to be able to create these incredibly powerful enzymes and antioxidants, our body is going to be a mess. But if we take care of our body at this level, you are going to see a transformation of your health from something just as simple as hydrating. But it's picking the right hydrator that's smarter, that's not just water, that's not just electrolytes, but it's making sure that everything is put together in a way that your body can use, that your cells get what it needs to have the right fluid balance, the right gradients. And they are chugging along, creating energy and being able to support every function from the brain all the way down through your body. So, as Sveta talked about, these concepts are simple, but they're life-changing when you actually start to incorporate them into your routine. And if you care about taking simple steps to be able to improve your health and increase your overall wellness, because it's multiple pieces to the puzzle, adding Axial X and Axial Hydrate to your routine are going to be significantly positive puzzle pieces to add that are going to support everything else that you're doing in your body.
Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Because I believe the credo of our life is health. Mm-hmm. It's a health. It's longevity. It's
doing
the proper
you want to do, like longer.
It's a proper aging or the proper anti-aging. Yes. And that's exactly what it is. Basically the simple concept of to live right, to live healthy, to live productive, to live with love and kindness, you need this kind of thing. So that from that simplicity to, yes, you got to nourish. This is a self-love. Self-love is not selfish, it's self-necessary. And if it's self-necessary, we have to start paying attention how and start being choosy of the right stuff. This is the right stuff on top of other things. And then, yes, guys, my dear listeners, the foundation, okay, of course, trace minerals, amazing, but we need the macro minerals. So you need to put good, great, wholesome, nutrient-dense foods and the great sleep and the exercise and the hydration. And with this, with the trisom of Axial of different kinds, that probably is going to be so beneficial for sleep, for work, for the pre-work, for the post workout, this kind of thing, the whole 9 yards. And I'm pretty sure it's probably tastes delicious as well.
Oh, yes. There are some fantastic flavors with it that will make, as Sveta said, sometimes it's hard to just drink the water and you want something to taste good. This gives you the tasting good while giving you the ingredients that are incredibly powerful. So it's a nice combination.
Well, this is amazing. Lisa, I can't express how grateful I am. And I'm pretty sure the listeners are going to be absolutely stoked with the podcast. So, guys, as always, first of all, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. And guys, for more information when the podcast is going to be aired, please visit my website, www.healthwithsveta.com. Please find our podcast on Apple Podcasts. And till next time, thank you very much. To love, to health, to life, to kindness. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.